In this tutorial, we will show you where to find the literature cited in a reference list. You are writing a scientific paper, for example, your master's thesis or a paper for a journal in your field. When you write a scientific paper, you need literature to explore the topic and later support your thoughts and ideas with references. You can find this literature by searching in Google Scholar, ResearchGate, databases, in library catalogs, or through the recommendations from your academic community. Another method is the so-called snowball method, or snowballing. With this method, you can search for the literature cited at the end of a scientific paper. In many cases, the cited works will be relevant for your own research. In order to find this literature, it is important to distinguish between the different document types. Why is that so? The type of document determines where and how to find the source. A book can be found in a library catalog. This is often called OPAC or online catalog. A journal article or paper, on the other hand, can be found in Google Scholar or databases like Scopus or Web of Science. Let's assume you have a list of references like the one here and want to find some of them. Let's take a look at the distinctive features of the most important document types. All document types have these four characteristics that uniquely identify them and by which they can be found. These are the person or institution that wrote or created the source, the title or name of the source, and the publication information, so where the source was published, for example in a publishing house or on a website. Last, the date on which it was published. Depending on the document type, this information looks different. There are often additional features that make it easier to identify the sources. Let's first have a look at a book. It is probably the easiest to recognize. A regular book can be recognized by the fact that it was written by one or more authors together. The information for author, name, the publication information, and date is easy to recognize for a book. We start with the author. Then we come to the publication year or date of the book, which is also important for your search. Different publication years sometimes indicate that the content has changed. Therefore, you have to search for the book from one specific year. Afterwards, you can see the title of the book. The publication information of the book is the place and publisher, for example, New York Nova Sciences Publishers. You can find books in our online catalog. Search by author and title and, if necessary, limit the search to the respective year. Now let's have a look at the contribution to an edited book. In an edited book, several articles by different authors are combined in one book. An article is also called a contribution or an essay in an edited book. The author and title of the source are here author and title of the contribution you are looking for. Sometimes it is difficult to distinguish it from the editor and the title of the book in which the contribution was published. Often you will find the lead word in here, which means the contribution was published in the book. In other citation styles, the title of the book is also written in italics. The date is the year of the publication of the book. The publication information is here the editor, title, publisher, and publishing location of the book, because the contribution was published in this book. Last, the page numbers are also very important. These indicate exactly on which pages the contribution in the book can be found. If you need a contribution from an edited book, then search the library catalog with the information about the edited book, so title and editor. In the edited book itself, you will find the contribution you are looking for by following the page numbers. An alternative would be to search directly for the article and author in Google Scholar or a database like Scopus. If it is digitally available, you might be able to get the full text directly. Let's look at journal articles. An article in a journal is often referred to as a paper. Similar to an article from an edited book, a journal article lists first the author and the title of the article, and then, often after the lead word "in", the information about the journal. It is again possible that the name of the journal is in italics without the lead word "in", as you can see here. You can find the year after the author of the article, but you can also often find it more to the end of a reference. After the title of the journal comes the volume number. For the article you want, you need the volume and issue number. Sometimes the volume number is written bold or the issue number is in brackets. Here, too, the page numbers for the article must not be missed at the end. Search in library catalogs for the title of the journal. Within the journal, search for the volume number, and within this volume for the issue number. In the issue, you will find your article on the relevant pages. You can also search for the title of an article in databases like Scopus. There you can search directly for the title of the article. Please note that not all articles are listed in such databases. Let's look at doctoral dissertations. A doctoral dissertation is usually very easy to recognize, since the reference in the bibliography mentions the university and the type of work, for example, dissertation. Apart from that, the information is identical to that of a book. An exception is when the book was not published by a publishing house, but by a university. In this case, instead of publisher and place of publication, the university and university location is given. You can find doctoral dissertations in library catalogs. If the university operates its own publication server, works are often available there directly online in full text. The publication server of the Technical University of Munich is called Mediatum, for example. Last but not least, let's have a look at internet sources. In the case of internet sources, the author or organization and title of the source are given first. Sometimes, but not always, there is the additional indication available online. Following this, or also standing on its own, is the origin of the internet document, which is the URL. The URL is also the publication information of the internet sources. Using this URL, you should be able to access the document. The date the document was last updated is indicated, if known. Otherwise, there is often only the date of retrieval. With the help of this date, you can estimate how much the document might have changed since the original user cited this website. If you have further questions, please contact your university library.